So Best Western came to me and says, hey, we love what you're doing. We want to do an adventure with you. And I said, cool. Where are we going? And they said, no, we want you to pick. And I said, okay, but I've got an idea. So I've got a pen, as you can see. I've got paper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down every single location that they have in the state of Michigan, throw it into this hat, and that's where we're going. Names of the cities with hotels in them. Oh, get in there, friends. Ooh, we're going to Traverse City, friends. Boom, we are in Traverse City. We're at the Best Western. I love this spot. And we're doing three things today. We're gonna get outside and do an adventure I have never done here in the city. We're gonna take you to one of my favorite views in Traverse City. And then finally, we're gonna do my absolute favorite thing to do as the waning hours of summer are happening and we're going headlong into fall. You ready? Me too. And for that first adventure, we're gonna jump on the water, check out the trails, have some pints, because this is Kayak, Bike, and Brew. Your adventure starts with some swag and a very quick safety check before we're off on the road. The first stop is going to be by bike and end up at Right Brain Brewery. One of my favorite spots in Traverse City, and there is a ton to try, but I'm sort of on brand today, so we're doing the cherry bomb. And after a quick pint and getting to know my travel buddies, we're back on the road. Next up, water time. I was very excited for this part of the tour. It's wild because I've never seen a city like this. It's such a cool way to travel. This was so much fun. And where are we going? Well, we're going to Rare Bird, which is another great spot in Traverse City. Didn't have cherry, so I went with watermelon. Max told us all about his adventures in Spain. I talked a little bit about Ireland, and then we were back on the water. So if you imagine this entire adventure is a triathlon, and so you've got water, you've got biking, and instead of running, you've got craft breweries, then you know exactly what you're in for. Once you paddle back to launch, you're on the bike to the final stop, which is Silver Spruce Brewing. And if that looks like the awning to a family video, that's because it is. Here, we're back on track with the branding. We had the cherry sour.
Kayak, Bike, and Brew have done this for 10 years. Twice a day, nearly 7 days a week. So as you're driving down this, it's sort of like you're at a parade because everyone's like, have a great time. Hope you're having fun. Have a great day. Which, if you've never been in a parade on a bike on the way to a brewery, it's a fun way to spend the day.
From Silver Spruce, it's a quick bike back to home base, and then it was on to our next stop.
There are so many great views in Traverse City, but this one is one that I try and get to as many times as I'm up here.
I'll be honest, I'm reticent to say too much about Bonobo, especially if you've never been there, because very quickly you get into the what's the best winery conversation, which is not the conversation we're having today. The conversation we are having today is if you only have a couple hours in Traverse City and you want to see an incredible view, I have brought you to a place that can happen.
So as you might imagine, the sunsets here are incredible. And if you're coming up for fall colors, make sure you at least do one sunset here.
And after taking some time to take it all in and enjoy some wonderful wine from Bonobo, it was time to play ball. Friends, I am unapologetic about my love of minor league baseball, so when I'm in a town that has a team, we're going to see the game. And we are in Traverse City, so we're at the Pit Spitters. This is my favorite time to go check out a ballpark as we're getting towards the tail end of summer. It's cooler at night, and I mean, minor league ball is some of my favorite. And the Pit Spitters are doing some cool stuff tonight. There's dogs everywhere. It's fan appreciation night. And if you're here in a ballpark on a summer, soon to be fall evening, there's only one thing you know we have to do. We have to get a hot dog. And after the prerequisite hot dog and beer, it was time to enjoy the rest of the game. And the dogs. So not only is the outfield, as you can see, filled with dogs, but the Pit Spitters could get in the playoffs tonight if they win, but they're currently down by a run. So the Pit Spitters did not pull it out, which ends their season tonight, but I will tell you what, that was an absolute blast, and I will totally be back next season. I
love this place.
And after the game, it's back to the hotel for a good night's sleep, knowing that this is just one of the many amazing adventures that Best Western can help us go on here in Michigan.